such a bad server to be on. Bruh. This is why I don't film here, but, hi, it's Saga again, and I'm doing a different type of video today. I'm sort of getting into that SSO Iceberg content, and I'm looking to chatter about Sylvie Miststream. So, yeah, this is gonna be a fun video for me, because I love talking people, especially people who deserve it. I just get, like, smacked. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna train Arch Chain. What a whoa. You and you are the same person. Whoa. I'm getting whiplash. I love this fjord. Why are there two people on the Gen 1s here? That's really cool. But anyway, so yeah, we're gonna become a Iceberg YouTuber today, because I say so, and we're just gonna go around and do stuff. I've got star coins. I might buy horses or clothes and stuff while I talk about this. So yeah, that's just gonna be today's plan. Okay, let's start off with who is Sylvie Miststream. So, I'm pretty sure, I don't know her age, but I do know that Sylvie's an adult player of Star Stable, or was an adult player on Star Stable, and I'll get to that. And she is mostly known for being racist. If I'm gonna be so for real, she's mostly known for just being racist, which is an interesting hill to die on, Sylvie. But not me just missing that checkpoint, but yeah, she's pretty much known for being racist. There's a few things that I'm not going to go over on this channel, which is going to be allegations. And the reason for that is because Sylvie hasn't said anything about that, and I'm just gonna go over the stuff that is literally confirmed, because I don't want to spread misinformation, and I don't want to end up on the bad side of history. However, it is very important to talk about things like child grooming, especially if it turns out, like, yes, she did groom children. So, if you want a really good cover of that, I will make sure to, like, link stuff in the description if I can. But, yeah, so we're just gonna go on the tip of the Sylvie Miststream iceberg today, and if you guys like this kind of content, then I might actually end up going deeper into it. But, so, today we're just talking about how she's, racist. Like, really, really severely racist. So, her literal description, I don't know if I'm saying this word for word, is, like, I make silly videos on a horse game full of mentally ill white girls who are really woke. So no, we're actually not, like, woke for, like, calling your bluff. I feel like that's, like, kind of that's an interesting point to make, is when people call you out to just be like, oh,
you're so woke, you're so, like, if
I get called woke, honestly, I'm a feminist, and I believe that being called woke is honestly kind of a compliment, because I don't want to be like you, Sylvie. So, thank you, actually. I am a mentally ill, woke white girl, and I'm also not racist. So, I'd say you're mentally ill too, because you're severely racist. Sylvie has problems, in my personal opinion, that she needs to, I think she needs help, like, serious, genuine help, because there has to be some sort of, like, childhood trauma that can make you that severely demented. But essentially, the main drama that happened was over a year ago. I know she was very popular in a long time ago. I've seen videos interviewing her from 2020, so I'm gonna say she has deleted videos on her channel, or she just, like, was already, like, sort of a presence. She's been on YouTube for a while as, like, a name that's been floating around. So Sylvie started out by making pretty normal content, and, like, 2 years ago, she has videos from 2 years ago on her channel, and that is cool, I guess. Like, I love to see people enjoying the game, and I love to hear other people's commentary, especially when it's either positive or slightly criticizing, because, you know, it can always be fun to take the out of Star Stable, so I'm not gonna blame anybody for like having fun with that. But I am gonna blame you for being racist, and I'm a white person, so I don't really get the right to be offended, but I'm going to say that she has said a lot of stuff that she should not say.
So I was born extremely white. Like, my skin is so bright and white that, like, it's kind of overpowered. Like, it's like kind of OP. So, like, when a black person looks at me, they explode. Like, they explode. That's why, like, my racism is just so, and that is why Star Stable, like, that is why the Star Stable community, like, is terrified of me. Like, they're absolutely shaking in their boots, because pretty soon I'm going to release a video where I just say the N-word like a million times, like literally just a million times. I'm just not gonna stop saying it. I have to say it so many times because, like, I'm going to make people's brains explode. Like, that has offended a lot of other people, which is why I'm not personally going to say my opinion, except for the fact that I don't like this woman at all. I do not like her, because you're an adult and you're being racist. And I feel like that is a lethal Joe Rogan podcast listener type of, like, build, which I'm not chill with, and I just kind of want to tell you that you're a strange woman. I don't know why I'm even going over this, but she has made apology videos in the past, either deleted on her YouTube or on her Instagram, which I haven't really seen, about her, you know, allegations of racism, sexism. I believe sexism is part of it, but I believe it's mostly pedophilia and racism that she's being accused of, and transphobia. So we have to mix more into that piece of shit stew, because we can't just have, like, one ism or phobia. We have to, like, be all of them, I guess. I feel like that's the 2024 kick, or 2025, I guess, but whatever. I'm not used to New Year's. Like, after 2020, I think I kind of just, like, stopped keeping track of time. But there is a person on YouTube whose account I'm not gonna disclose, but they're a really cool account. In my personal humble opinion, they're actually really cool. And oh my god, the NPCs saying hi is, like, always unsettling. But they said, oh, there's a flat going on. Sorry, flat show. But essentially, they hacked Sylvie Miststream's account, and I believe her alt account too, disbanded her club or removed all her members, something like that. Like, sold all her horses, sold all her clothes and tack, all of this stuff. And she, 3 weeks ago, came back on YouTube after 4 months away, and then just was, like, absurdly racist for some reason. Like, she's no longer doubling down and being like, guys, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Now she's just like, yeah, I'm racist, so what? Which, it's a bold move, but not in, like, a good way. That's like being, like, accused of, like, abusing puppies and being like, yeah, I actually do that. Are you gonna get mad at me for it? Like, what the f***? Yes, I am gonna get mad at you for it. You're a terrible person. What? Like, I can't believe when people do that, when they're like, oh, well, yeah, I actually do, and that's cool. Like, no, it isn't. You're strange. You're a strange, demented woman who needs mental help, and we aren't gonna forgive you for a really long time for all of the allegations that this woman has. Trust me, I'm not even that deep into her whole iceberg and it gets so much worse. But she essentially, mostly from what I've seen, targets people that are in the Black community and says a lot of, she was like,
oh, my racism powers.
She's talking about like her racism superpowers, and it's just like, dude, what the fuck? You're not like Iron Man. You're just racist. Like, hello? I mean, like, it's such a strange concept to me to be so racist and then just be like, yeah, guys, I'm racist. What are you gonna do about it? Not watch your content, not care about your opinion, and ignore you on all platforms because you're a man-child. That's what I'm gonna do about it. And I don't have the right to be offended because I'm not in the Black community or in any community that she's discriminated against. You're strange, man. That's just a weird thing to do. You're not apologizing, which, don't get me wrong, if you apologized, I doubt anyone would forgive you because you're still a little strange creature. But I feel like there's always a step to take. And I mean, I would still apologize, even if it's not going to really do anything. It might actually just give some solace to the communities that you've hurt. I wouldn't personally, a lot of the time people do apologies in an attempt to be forgiven. I think you need to just do an apology for the communities that you've hurt, not to be forgiven. Because you're probably not going to be, and it's not my job to forgive you or not, because I don't want to be associated with you. But I do think that an apology is always the first step. And I have dealt with so many people in the Star Stable community that are aggressively toxic. But the thing is, they're children. You are an adult woman, and you're still racist. You're racist, you're toxic, you have been accused of grooming, and I'm gonna keep that very light because that is non-confirmed, and I don't want to be, I don't want it to come out like, hey, she actually didn't do that, and people were lying, and have to come out with my own apology video. But you are racist. You have literally, you've confirmed that you're racist. It's kind of crazy to like not double down and be like,
You know what? Yeah, I actually am racist, and that is my, that's my apology to you guys, is that, no, I don't apologize, because I am racist.
What an odd thing to say. Like, how strange. Like, huh? How do you just, like, do that? Like, I'm so lost when it comes to this woman. Because that's just such an abnormal thing to do. Like, that is so weird. Like, I genuinely think she has issues, like, and not in a way that it's like, oh, I'm mentally ill, in like, you need to be seen by a professional. Why is this horse not listening to me? Hello? And some of the comments that she's made, even as jokes, I personally, it's the same thing with the 𝒮𝒏𝑔𝒶 situation, if you know that. People like the YouTubers Cataclysm and Lewis McClung are getting sort of slammed for telling this guy off about making jokes because it was always jokes. It was all jokes. It was never serious. But I think that you still shouldn't make jokes like that. And if you're being held accountable by the Star Stable community if you're being held accountable by the entire community for being weird, for making jokes like that, that's still weird. Like, you can't be like, I think women should have no rights, which he didn't say to my knowledge, but you can't be like, I think women should have no rights. And when people are like, hey, that's not okay to say, you can just be like,
whoa, that was a joke. You were seriously telling me that I can't say that? But I was joking.
That doesn't matter, dude. Why the f would you say that? This is such a strange iceberg. That's the reason she's recently come back to give her piece of mind, because her piece of incredibly racist mind, because of the fact that she had her entire account trashed. And she did confirm that actually did happen. So her account is is gone, which means that we are kind of on the safe side for now. She's been held accountable for her actions, and I do not condone hacking someone's Star Stable account. But I'm not gonna say that you're a bad person for holding someone accountable. I low-key think that that's a really badass move, and I honestly think that that YouTuber who did that is really cool. So I'm not gonna I'm not gonna say much on that. So I'm not telling anybody to go and kill people's accounts, but I'm also not gonna tell anybody to harass the person who did this, and I'm not telling anyone to harass anyone. I mean, that's never a good thing to do. I don't think that anybody should get on the level of the person that they are trying to hold accountable, because that's just kind of defeats the whole entire purpose. But low-key, you're not an asshole for doing that. I mean, she's hurt a lot of people. I'm gonna say to not do that. Like, I wouldn't recommend going and hacking someone, but I'm not gonna. It's like it's such a gray area. I mean, they're holding someone accountable for stuff that they've done and people that they've hurt. And trust me, this is just the tip of the iceberg, and there's not a lot of information available aside from stuff in old Reddit posts and like comment sections of old videos. So there's a lot of like deep dives that actually get the situation like very they explain it very well, much better than I am explaining it right now. But I do think it's important to spread awareness about someone who's dangerous in the community and someone who you should probably avoid. So yeah, I hope that I helped explain a concept to a lot of people, because personally, when I saw the video of Sylvie's account being deleted, I was like, oh no, who is this person? Because I didn't know who Sylvie Miststream was. Like, I didn't know who this person was. And I honestly wish I didn't, but I'm glad that I know, because it's important to, like, be aware of your surroundings. So, honestly, I'm not gonna say a lot about that. But, yeah, that's today's video. I'm gonna call it there. I have leveled this horse up to level 6, which it started at level 3, so that's not bad. There's not a lot to talk about today. There is, but I have not been around long enough to, like, give you the actual information that you need. So I'm just sort of letting everybody know that this is not over yet, and that you should make sure to hold your favorite creators accountable.